G'day subscribers. Today we've been asked to talk about air filters for your FJ Holden. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. So with the first Holden, the 48215, commonly known as the FX, they had a small air filter that went over the horn of the carburetor top, and that's to stop bugs and debris, dirt, dust, whatever, from entering the carburetor and into the combustion chamber. So with the 48 model, here's a picture. With the 48 model, they used a steel wool construction, and this was used as a filter to keep out debris and to, I wouldn't say purify the air, but to get some form of cleaner air actually going through the top of the carburetor into the combustion chamber to mix with fuel, so it can be ignited in the engine. So that was the 48. Now the earlier FJs came out with that same unit, and then I noticed in one of the early catalogues that I've got, General Motors, when I say they, have I'll say a standard air filter, which is the one that's most popular that you see on FJ Holdens. It has a fitment that goes over the top of the air filter, and also a strap that goes to the forward nut that holds down the tappet cover, and it's painted black. So this is what they look like. There's a strap that goes to the top of the motor, and you can see the cylindrical head. It has a clamp on it underneath that you actually tighten when you put it over, but it comes with a wing nut, and that holds the lid in place. That element is then filled up with oil. It has an oil level stamped on it, and then you have this base at the bottom. So that's the one off my car that I'd been running. But so that's the second type that you can have for an FJ. Sorry about the moving around there, people. Let's just go back to where we were. Now, for folks that know my car or know of my car, they'll know it's in the last 70. So around the middle of 1956, when the FE was introduced, excuse me, FE didn't have utes or panel vans, so they continued making utes until Christmas and panel vans until March of 1957. So in those twilight times, you saw a few things happen with the FJs that were made simultaneously on the FE production line. For instance, I've seen utes with a FE water wave hood lining, green hood, which is the swirly pattern. So hood lining. Also, I've seen plastic wiring harness, because the FE had a plastic wiring harness. So they weren't going to make one cotton covered and one plastic. They're just going to make both plastic. Let's be realistic. That's how things happen on a production line. I've seen the seat adjuster. They've just shoved an FE one on there, so that's fine. Black distributor. Now, I didn't know about this, but David from Vintage Race Developments was telling me about FE, you could actually have a black distributor. I thought, oh, okay. I thought it was all Bosch color, but no, you learn new things every day, and to be proactive in any sort of movement, you actually have to have an open mind and be prepared to learn new things each day. And that was the thing that I learned. But the other thing that I've seen, and I've seen this at least half a dozen, and I know one fella who was like, he's known the car since new, and it had an FE air cleaner on it. So it's bigger than the usual FJ one, but that is the FE air cleaner that should be on my car. It's in the last 70. When they run out of FJ air cleaners, they're going to put the next superseding model on it, which is this one. And this is how you get hybrids. You know, my FJ Ute had the FX Ute A-pillars for the channel to capture the door rubbers onto the channel, rather than the FJ door channel where you just push the rubber in. This one had the type of clamp. So that was my Ute. That was the hybrid from the 48 FX 1950 model on its superseding to the FJ. It had a few other bits and pieces in there, including in the cargo area as well. So that was my Ute. But the same applies going from FE to FC. You know, you can see same type of horn, circular sleeve to go over the horn, and that'll obviously be painted black. So then the obvious question is, do you paint it semi-gloss black or is it gloss black or whatever? But anyway, I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. But really good question. Oh, and look, let's face it, it's got a lid, it's got the element itself, it's got the wing nut on top. Yeah, really good little unit. I'm super happy with that. I think that'll look very good on my FJ. And for that car, excuse me, for that car, it's the correct thing. It's not correct for FJ, but for that very, very late FJ in the last 70 model, 70 made, yeah, it's the right one for that car. Friend of mine's got one even later than me, and it came with that. But when we restored the FJ, we did not put that on it, because we knew people said, "Oh, that's not stock." Even Don Loeffler said to me, do you really want the argument? Well, the thing is, it is what it is. It's one of the last ones, and that's what it's supposed to have. So it's only with people with small minds who actually don't understand that there is crossover. There was crossover from 48 FX model into FJ, and there was crossover from FJ into FE. Anyway, that is the air filters for an FJ. The FJ, you've got oil bath air filters, sort of do the job. Everyone goes home happy. Everything's fine. But that's the one I'm going to be running. Very happy with it. I'll just give it a light breeze in the sandblaster. It'll come up all tickety-boo. It should look pretty good. And by the time I'm finished painting it, get the right decal for it. The one on my actual FJ at the moment has the original decal on it. So I'm very happy with that. But like a lot of things, you got to try and do what's right for the particular car. So tonight we've talked about FJ Holden air filters. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. But more importantly, enjoy your Holden.